Hello everybody, it is Emery48 here and welcome back to another Marvel Monday. Today we are going over Season 1 of Jessica Jones. This was, I believe, another one of the Netflix originals. And it's definitely on that darker path like Daredevil. Season 1, Episode 1, they all have A.K.A. at the beginning. Don't know what that's about. I don't know if that was explained. I don't know if that would be explained. Kind of odd, but whatever. Ladies' Night. Grungy private investigator show. That's what I'm feeling from the get-go. I like the music and the vibe early off, especially when she was like in the stairwell taking pictures. It was a nice music, nice vibe. Don't believe the strength yet. I thought the first time when she picked up the car, I thought she had some gadget. It felt more like she was gadgety than strong. But I was proven wrong pretty badly. Also, a lot of bad, creepy visions and nightmares. So that's a good start. Always good when that happens. David Tennant's the bad guy, and her ex. Always good when the bad guy is your ex. That's probably not healthy. It's going to be awesome. I can already tell. Holy shit, that girl just killed her parents after getting saved. It's going to be a nut show. Not what I was expecting. Episode 2, A.K.A. Crush Syndrome. Kilgrave is such a good guy name, you know? You don't expect him to do anything wrong. Definitely does have the super strength, though. That's for sure. Pulling apart locks, nuts. Show is really creepy as well. Always on edge throughout this show. I always feel like there's someone behind a corner in the dark shadows. The fight scenes are a bit quirky, especially just following Daredevil, which had really well done fight scenes. The show fight scenes don't feel as smooth. Episode 3, A.K.A. It's called Whiskey. Trish, childhood-ish friend of Jessica, speaks out against Kilgrave on her radio talk show. A mind-controlled cop attacks her. Jessica saves her and tracks the cop. Finds Kilgrave. Kilgrave instructed the cop to jump off the building, and Jessica saves him and was face-to-face with Kilgrave, who got away. Now, from what we know after watching the whole season, maybe it was a bad idea to save him. Because you could argue a lot of other people died because of him. And then we still don't really know where he is. So he'll probably come back in season 2. Which is great. Jessica, while under Kilgrave's mind control in the past, killed her new fling's wife about a year ago. Episode 4, A.K.A. 99 Friends. I like how the cop that attacked Trish now wants to help stop Kilgrave. That's cool. Nice plus. Just because neighbor has been following her for Kilgrave, Malcolm. And I really like Malcolm. Not yet, but cool character. Episode 5, A.K.A. The Sandwich Saved Me. Jessica, Trish, and the cop capture Kilgrave, who gets rescued by a company he had hired for protection. Jessica saves her neighbor from Kilgrave. Kilgrave calls Jessica, and to keep Malcolm, the neighbor, alive, she needs to do his job, sending Kilgrave a picture of her every day at 10 a.m. David Tennant is an incredible villain. He fits this role perfectly. There are times where he does stances that it's like, ooh, that's Doctor Who, David Tennant. And then he says stuff and it's like, ooh, this is terrifying. Okay. Episode 6, A.K.A. You're a Winner. Jake, her new fling, hires Jessica to find a female friend's brother. Hope is carrying Kilgrave's child. She paid another inmate to beat her to try for a miscarriage. Kilgrave offers double the worth for a house without using his powers. Luke's last name is Cage. Luke's case is solved. Luke goes after the bus driver he thought killed his wife from drunk driving. Jessica stops him from killing the driver by telling him the truth. She killed his wife. Luke is not very happy about this. The homeowner agrees to sell the house to Kilgrave, and he moves in. It is Jessica's childhood home. Episode 7, A.K.A. Top Shelf Perverts. It's really intriguing seeing what Kilgrave will do next. It starts the episode snooping around Jessica's apartment and office. Ruben finds Kilgrave and says he loves Jessica, which Kilgrave does not seem very happy about that statement. Kilgrave made Ruben slit his throat while laying on Jessica's bed. Malcolm shows Ruben's body to Trish. Malcolm throws Ruben into the river. The cop guy has found Kilgrave and is not updating Trish. Jessica pulls Ruben out of the river and cuts his head off and turns herself in. Her new plan is to go to Supermax, where Kilgrave cannot get to her. Kilgrave takes the whole police station hostage and convinces them to let her go, shortly after professing his love to her. How sweet. Kilgrave left Jessica's original old journal he found in her childhood home. Jessica goes home. Cop guy sees her go in with Kilgrave. I think Kilgrave decorated the house exactly how it was when Jessica was a child. Don't really know how he knows what it looked like. They say later that he got pictures from the realtor who sold it to the family that bought it after Jessica's family died. I don't think I clarified that when it actually comes around. Episode 8, A.K.A. WWJD. What would Jessica do? Kilgrave is somehow more terrifying when he's not using his mind control, although he is using it on other people, but still. Jessica makes Kilgrave use his powers for good. Jessica tricks Kilgrave and knocks him out. Cop guy tries to kill Kilgrave, but he has handed the bomb he had used to try and blow up the house, exploding him, sending him to the hospital, and killing 2 of his friends that were with him to try and kill Kilgrave. Episode 9, A.K.A. Sin Bin. Cop guy is not dead, which was uncertain at the end of the last episode. But for how main of a character he was, it didn't feel like he was going to be done. Jessica is interrogating Kilgrave, torturing him if he doesn't answer the questions. Jessica left Hogarth with Kilgrave in his cage. They are discussing her difficult divorce and how much Jessica lies. Jessica brought Kilgrave's parents to his cage. His mom tried to kill him. He made her kill herself and escaped. While escaping, he tried to mind control Jessica, but it did not work. Episode 10, A.K.A. 1000 Cuts. Cop Douche is his new name. Killed detective and burned him and Kilgrave's mother's corpse, including all of the evidence against Kilgrave. Hogarth brought Kilgrave to Wendy because he needed medical help. She is being mind controlled at this point. Kilgrave instructed Wendy to cut Hogarth 1,000 times. Pam killed Wendy to get her to stop. Hogarth had cut the power line that would have kept Kilgrave in the cage. Robin finds out about Ruben and ruins the support group. Kilgrave has set Hope to be released. He wants his father in exchange. Jessica has Kilgrave. Robin attacks Jessica and helps free Kilgrave. Brilliant plan. Kilgrave takes Hope. His father created a vaccine. Don't know if it's actually going to work, but a possible vaccine. The whole support group are hostages. Hope kills herself. Her dying wish for Jessica was to kill Kilgrave. The only reason she had not been killing Kilgrave was because she needed proof that Hope didn't actually kill her parents, and it was all Kilgrave. So Hope kills herself so that is no longer a thing. Jessica saves the hostages. Kilgrave escapes with his father. David Tennant is still an incredible villain. Holy cow. It just gets better and better. Episode 11, A.K.A. I've Got the Blues. Jessica got hit by a truck while chasing someone she thought was Kilgrave, but she's been awake for too long and isn't seeing correctly. Douche cop kills poo people in front of Trish. She is horrified. He locks Trish in her own home, and he is going absolutely nuts. Jessica knows Douche Cop killed the detective. He wants to kill her too. Trish saves Jessica after a brutal fight with Douche Cop, but they are trapped. Trish took some of his pills and knocks him out, possibly killing him, but more than likely knocked out. The pills make Trish forget how to breathe. Paramedics were able to save Trish. Malcolm has become quietly one of my favorite characters throughout this season. Douche Cop gets picked up by his crazy doctor, and Kilgrave blows up Luke and his bar. Luke survives fairly unhurt. I know his skin can't get pierced, but he was inside a building as it exploded. Thought it would have done a little more, head damage or something. Episode 12, A.K.A. Take a Bloody Number. Netflix really made one origin story for Daredevil and Jessica Jones that they'll just randomly flash back to throughout the season. I mean, a kid gets in a car crash, gains some random power without much actual explanation. Oh, and they lost their parents, too, if that wasn't obvious enough. Now on to the episode. Kilgrave made Luke blow up his bar. I think Season's 2 villain will be the Doctor and that company. IGH, the company the Doctor works under, paid for Jessica's medical bills, so there might be a connection between them and her powers. Luke is and has been under Kilgrave's control. Kilgrave makes Luke attack Jessica after a long fight. Jessica shoots Luke in the neck with a shotgun, point blank. She was not happy she had to do that. David Tennant is still awesome, if that's ever in doubt. Just remember that. And so is Malcolm. The top 2 characters in the show. Been a bit since we've seen Douche Cop. Overall thoughts on some of the characters. Jessica gets annoying at times, and fairly arguably or not arguably not a good person. Also don't care enough about Luke Cage for him to have his own show. So we'll see how that goes. The fight was very unepic and kind of weird, especially in the way that he would just fist away chairs. It felt kind of awkward. Episode 13, the finale, A.K.A. Smile. Claire is back. Been a while since we'd seen her. Very cool. Jessica brings Luke to the hospital. Claire brings Luke to Jessica's apartment to avoid suspicion with the whole can't pierce the skin thing. Kilgrave turns the hospital against Jessica, but she escapes. Kilgrave's father is dead. Arms have been chopped off. Kilgrave got stronger and is gone. Malcolm and Claire are a great duo. Love to see that continue on. Normal people just trying to help people. Kind of rare, but kind of nice. Jessica and Trish confront Kilgrave. Jessica wins the mind duel and kills Kilgrave. Luke wakes up and leaves Claire, who was waiting with him. Jessica has been arrested. Hogarth gets her out, convinces the other lawyer that it wasn't her. Luke is gone. Alias investigation is getting increased calls after her killing Kilgrave and saving a bunch of lives. Malcolm may become the secretary for Alias investigation. He's actually answering the phone calls and he's good with people. So Jessica can do the fighting bit and the PI stuff, but maybe Malcolm will be a secretary for Alias investigations in the future. 2 characters that we don't really know where they are at this point. Number 1, Douche Cop. I'm assuming he's with his crazy doctor guy and will return in season 2, possibly in a limbo between villain and good guy. Probably more towards villain, because I think IGH will be the villains of season 2. And Luke Cage. He just kind of up and left, which I wasn't really expecting. But that's fine, I guess. Characters I'd like to see continue on. Malcolm. It'd be awesome if he could feature more. He featured a lot in this season, but I would love to see more of him. Trish was great. A bit of a good angel on Jessica's shoulder, I guess. And Claire. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Claire come back. She's a fun character in this little Netflix Marvel era. And I mean, the development of Jessica will always be interesting in a show with her name on it. It's unfortunate that Kilgrave had to die, because that means no more David Tennant, but it was kind of expected, if I'm honest. Overall, really good season. I was not expecting this much quality from the Netflix Marvel shows. I didn't think they were going to be this good. It's definitely not as good as Daredevil. But I think I'd put it over Hawkeye. So I think right now it's going to land third. Because it's not as good as Agent Carter or Daredevil. But I'd put it above Hawkeye. Loki might challenge it with its season 2. But Jessica Jones also has a season 2. So we'll see if the seasons get better or worse with this show in the future. That's all I have today for Jessica Jones. Let me know your thoughts on season 1 down in the comments below. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.